Hey guys, welcome to another video. So, exciting news on December the 13th. We have Hinterland, the game development studio, announcing The Long Dark 2, aka Black Frost. It's really exciting, and for me, it's kind of almost like a reward for producing such a great game, The Long Dark. It's such an awesome niche survival sandbox I have loved for many years. In fact, it has been 10 years. After 10 years of development, they say here, the first game, it's a big moment that they are announcing a new game, as I say, Black Frost. So what is Black Frost? Well, I think it's an opportunity for Hinterland to expand their current game, Long Dark, in a sense, add things in that if they did add them to Long Dark, it would kind of like ruin or change the feel of the game. They want to do other things, and so they need a new arena. So let's have a look at this statement here. So they've said to themselves that it's almost impossible to believe that they are now 10 years on from their release of The Long Dark. But what are they going to add in? So it builds on a decade of construction, experimentation, and community-informed development. That's important. They know what the people want. The egocentrism of The Long Dark has to be shifted, which is what I was talking about. It's very much self-focused on that individual player. And they're going to be others, and they put that in speech marks there, the players in the car, but also survivors in the world. So I think what's key to this new Long Dark 2 Black Frost is the presence of NPCs and communities hiding out from the dangers of the Aurora and the radioactive Black Frost, which is clearly going to feature heavily. There's a whole host of new threats, and there's the city of Harmont and the vast wilderness surrounding it. What new scenarios, gameplay mechanics and stories could such a setting inspire? That is a really good question. So what I see is a map focused, maybe just one large map potentially, rather than lots of little interconnecting maps that we have at the moment, where they were kind of created almost as a kind of nod to the fact the game just kept being expanded. But if they can start, and it's going to take the whole of next year for them to develop this, with one large map, with the city in the middle, and then the wilderness around it, which you kind of exist in, and maybe you kind of venture into the city and experience the different groups and maybe clans that live in the city. Now, I am very excited about what could pose. I mean, it brings up a kind of more of a community vibe, where you're going to be maybe working for an NPC community, getting things for them, maybe direct quests picked up from NPCs and traders within the game are going to be something that is much more a feature here. Now, it does highlight that Black Frost won't launch until 2026. So it's going to be a gradual leaking of information and trailers as we move through next year, which is exciting. I love it. I love a big build up. I love it when these companies take their time to develop a game. I think that's really important. And they're highlighting as well, they're pushing forward. The philosophy and vision for survival is there. Okay, they're pushing on with that, and they don't want to move away too far. They don't want it to become a shoot 'em up. It's still going to be a kind of this quiet apocalypse that they say here, quiet apocalypse, which is what we love about this game. It's so, I don't know, it's atmospheric. The snow, the sounds, you're more fighting against the elements than you are other people. And I think that's a key thing about The Long Dark. We mustn't forget to retain that and hope they keep that at the fore as they develop the game. So here is the trailer. Let's watch the trailer. I'm going to pause it and comment as we go along. Let's turn this down a bit. Beautiful landscape. Big open plains, as I was saying. So here we have, pause it, but a guy chopping wood. So we're going to be gathering resources That's key. New locations to explore, but still the element of making fires out in the wilderness. And there are going to be these fascinating, these concept pieces that you can see there. We've got a bridge, we've got the plain, new locations. And we've got there. This is fascinating. Look at that. I love this little bit of animation. The horse kind of bucks, he kind of walks backwards as the cold hits the space. You've got a real sense of atmosphere again. And mounts. Are we going to have mounts? Can you ride horses? Or is this is just a part of the community that you'll experience, people riding horses? The travel element in the game has always been a massive factor. Will we get horses? And here we have a little community there. And again, you can see there the horse is pulling a trailer, some kind of structure there. And then we also have a scene here in the city with the bridge, and he's got a gun. So you're going to be fighting other players. Look at this beautiful scene here. How incredible are these sets? They're so full of detail. Of course, we have the presence of wolves as well. That is a tool they obviously have at the moment. That's a massive part of the game, the wolves. And they are there within this environment. So they've inhabited the city as well. So you're going to have zones, much like in the landscape, where you have wolves inhabiting and kind of dominant. And of course, the Bramble nuclear power plant. This is going to be one of the central narrative plots within the game. Can you avoid the radiation? We've had radiation patches of contaminated spillage in the Long Dark. This is going to take it to the next level. We're going to see the origins. We're going to find out more about what has happened within that environment. So I should imagine there will be a storyline that goes alongside this as well. Electricity, because this is just a backdrop for the Aurora. Again is going to have a massive part to play. BLACKFROST, the Long Dark. So really fascinating. Coming early access 2026, and I will be there for that, no doubt about it. So really, really interesting there. We've got things like some recognisable things like the wolves, the expansion of the radiation presence. We've got more of a narrative. Really exciting. Guys, if you've got anything that you know that I haven't picked up on here, put that in the comment section down below. Let's expand out this discussion about this beautiful, quiet apocalypse that we have come to love in the Long Dark. This is really exciting news. My fear was that this would taper out and we would not have any more Long Dark updates, but it looks like we have an even bigger one to come. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do click the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I will catch up with you very soon. Thanks again.